Hey everybody, John Younger here, Assisted Living Locators. Today we have 5 minutes with Samantha Gentel of Generations Law Group. Hey Samantha, how are you?
Hi, thanks for having me. So, like you said, I'm attorney Samantha Gentle from Generations Law Group. We're an elder law and estate planning firm. So, with that, we handle, estate planning, which can be wills, trusts, powers of attorney, healthcare proxies, all of that. I particularly specialize in mass health, which includes the asset protection planning that leads up to the application. There's a common misconception that you have to spend down to nothing, and that's definitely not the case. There are opportunities to protect assets ahead of time or last minute, depending on the situation. And then I handle the whole mass health application for nursing home care or home care, the whole application from start to finish. We'll handle appeals if an appeal is needed. We handle guardianships, which if you don't know what a guardianship, you can think of it as like a court-ordered healthcare proxy. So if someone doesn't have a healthcare proxy or it's missing something, you need court authority. It's a guardianship. And then we also handle conservatorships, which similarly, if you don't have a power of attorney and you need someone to make financial decisions for you, then you need court authority. So you can think of a conservatorship as like a court-ordered power of attorney. We also handle probate when someone passes away, their estate may need to pass through the probate court before items can be inherited. And then something that's very unique about our firm is our client care program. There really isn't anybody else doing what we do. Estate planning can be very transactional. A lot of people will, do their estate plan and not think about it for 30 years. And, maybe they've had a falling out with a loved one and they want to change names. They don't think to do that, or, their life situation has changed or the laws have changed. So we are trying to, one, prevent that from happening, but also create sort of a family and community of our clients. So with the client care program for estate planning, we check in with the clients every year. Review their estate plan with them. If they need any changes like a name swap, it's a free change. If maybe they didn't get a trust and now they're ready for a trust, they'll get a discount on that. But then also they get invited to special events just for our client care members. Some are fun, some are educational. And then we also have client care for mass health and the guardianships and conservatorships. Because there's annual reporting for mass health, guardianships, conservatorships. So being a client care member will, make sure that all of your annual reporting is handled by us and you don't lose the benefits you work so hard to get. We also have an aging advocate program, and that is sort of targeted at originally for solo agers, but now sort of anybody that needs help. We can assemble a team around them and make sure their wishes are followed and that they're properly taken care of when, either if they don't have kids or they don't have somebody to look out for them, or their kids are just busy or far away. So it's another unique part about our firm. Additionally, we were founded by a married couple, Kathleen and Phil Summers. They were high school sweethearts. And what's really great is that Kathleen was actually a nurse before she became an attorney, and she worked with the elderly in that sense. So we just have a great team at Generations. We're a great big family, so supportive of each other. And you'll feel like you've become one of our family too when you start working with us.
That's great, Samantha. This is really interesting because you do a lot of important work, gathering all the important information that people may need as they age, or even, and I like the fact that you check in on a yearly basis and that you've got all these different components which surround your clients with a great resource. I know when some of my clients, the questions are about, mass health, and that was interesting that you said there, you don't have to pay down to nothing, because many of my clients asked me that question. So
Mhm.
it's really good to have you as a resource. What area do you cover? Does your law firm cover?
So we have offices in Sudbury and Acton, but we can really cover anybody in Massachusetts. if they're willing to at least come to the Acton office to do their document signing, or we can provide detailed instructions and they could potentially sign their documents with a notary near them.
Right, right.
So we can technically cover anywhere in Massachusetts, but for the most part, it's around the Sudbury Acton area.
Okay, that's great. That's great. I know we've met a couple times, and I've always wanted you to come on the show. I'm glad you did, because I think what you do is very important and all-encompassing, which is also very important. What would be, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you or your firm, what would be the best way, and how would they get a hold of you?
Sure. So they can call the office, and they'll get our receptionist. The phone number is 978-263-0006. If they're not quite sure what their needs are, or they just have some questions, they can set up a free 15-minute phone call with an attorney, and most likely it'll be me, but it may be either Kathleen or Phil. And then once they're ready to set up a consult, then we'll schedule that, and our receptionist will send them a questionnaire to fill out with all their information, a list of info to bring with them. So then, we can effectively help them during the consult and figure out what their needs are.
Excellent. Awesome. Thank you, Samantha. 5 minutes with Samantha Gentel of Generations Law Group. Have a great day, Sam.
Thanks, you too. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on.